Hi. Today we are here with Ellen Zagory of the UC Davis Arboretum. And our group here believes that the Arboretum faces an environmental crisis of being significantly contaminated with waste or pollution. She's here right now with us to provide her thoughts on the situation. So, and thank you for your time today.
You're welcome. We appreciate it. Okay. Well, actually, the Arboretum's in a lot better shape than it has been in the past. One thing a lot of people don't understand is that the waterway in the Arboretum is really a flood control channel for the campus, and so all of the stormwater on all the campus roads all drains into the street drains, which then empty into the Arboretum. So all the oils, or if someone pours a coffee latte on the sidewalk, or whatever ends up on the ground can wash into the waterway. But the campus has been making a lot of steps to clean it up, and one of them is they've hooked up, they use the tertiary treated water, which is drinkable quality water from the sewage treatment plant, and they've been using their excess water to put into the waterway to clean it up and to have the water quality be improved. They also, seasonally, will put in fresh water at the east end, also to keep the water flowing.
Our group has taken various photos that make us conclude that there has been contamination or waste. And I was wondering, well, like you said that there's, well, they're taking prevention, but have you noticed any accumulation?
Well, what normally happens on any stagnant water in the Central Valley is it will grow algae. It's part of the natural phenomena of what happens with rivers and streams in our area. And so that same phenomena happens here and in the Arboretum. It's just that because it's a park-like atmosphere and a public garden, people notice it a lot more. And so right now we have formed, there's a campus group of professors, researchers, and administrators, and they've been meeting, and they're doing some research projects right now on filtration of the water to try to remove that algae. And I don't know if you've seen that, but it's at California Avenue Bridge. And you could film that also, where they're putting plants in containers, and then they're running the water through these big basins that have the plants growing, and then they're measuring how much the plants can remove the pollutants. And they hope to use that as a model that we can build larger scale to be running all this water through to clean it up as it gets collected.
So, personally, what is your favorite location at the Arboretum?
I would have to say we have a nursery that we've just built some demonstration beds for people to come and see what they can do with their own garden. And I have one that I finished, which is to support pollinators like hummingbirds and butterflies and beneficial insects, and that's in full bloom right now, and it's very pretty, and that's my favorite area right
now. Have you noticed, well, how long have you been working at the Arboretum?
I started a full-time career in 1987.
And have you noticed throughout your career, are more and more people coming to the Arboretum, or has it always been kind of like, because I know, like, just as we've been walking around, there's families, people studying, like, have you noticed more and more people gathering there as time
absolutely.
goes on?
As time. About 12 years ago, we got our first full-time director ever. And it's been very big transformation. And part of the transformation is due to because the campus itself has grown. When I first started working, I would walk across empty fields, past hog barns to get to my office. And now that's all classrooms, administrative buildings, and now they've actually leapt over the waterway, and now we have Mondavi Center for the Performing Arts. There's going to be an art museum over there, the Alumni Visitors Center. So the whole campus has actually expanded, which has opened it up to the public and made it a lot more accessible.
And have you noticed with more and more people coming to the Arboretum, like, has there been any change in the pollution and the waste there? Like, as more people come, there's more waste, or has it kind of stayed the same?
No, people have been really good about, like, cleaning up, and we put in more trash cans, and we have custodial service go around, and we also have groundskeepers that go out and they pick up after big things like picnic day or Whole Earth. There's always extra work to be done, but they've so far been able to. People have been pretty good about cleaning up and keeping it nice.
So what can we do as students to help preserve the beauty of the Arboretum?
We have internships if you want to learn more about gardening and about sustainable gardening practices. You can volunteer at our sales. We have student groups that come in and help us raise funds, and that helps pay for the educational programming and some of the new exhibits. You can do what you guys are doing, is help publicize the Arboretum through your coursework and studies and learn more about it for yourself. And then you can tell other people and tell them to come visit.
I
think that's all we have for today. Thank you so
Thank
much
you
again.
So you're welcome.
So you were talking more about campus projects to, maintain the Arboretum, and this is one of them. Can you kind of explain what this project entails?
Sure. The waterway, as I mentioned earlier, is really like a pond that's isolated when there's no summer rain. It's just a pond, and it doesn't really flow anywhere. Mm-hmm. So the campus, in order to prevent the buildup of algae, which is kind of a natural phenomena, but people find it, they don't find it attractive. They've connected an old pipeline that runs from the new sewage treatment facility. Here's a wastewater treatment plant right here, mm-hmm. which is out south of I-80. Here's Interstate 80. And this was an old pipe because the sewage treatment used to be here, but they moved it out here, and then they just used this old pipe and reconnected it to be able to put clean water, tertiary treated water, which is drinking quality water, back into the waterway, and then that pushes some of this other water and helps dilute it, it improves the quality of the water. And we actually have otters. And nobody ever remembers having otters before. And the otters are living right in this little stretch here. It seems like maybe they have a little nest in the bank there. And so that's been really interesting to see that it actually has gotten more animals since they've been a little bit cleaner. They also put water in at the far end here, which you can only see up in this diagram, at the far east end. This end is very, very shallow. Mm-hmm. So it's a problem. So if it starts to look a little unsightly, they'll put some water in there to dilute it also.
Wow, thank you.
You're welcome.